On the Virginia Tech campus the morning after, there is a makeshift memorial, messages for lost colleagues. Police are still stringing yellow tape outside Norris Hall, where shot-out windows, open at crazy angles, serve as reminders that more than 30 people died here. And there is a feeling of unreality.
Really, I think we're just still in shock. I don't know that the enormity of it all sunk in yet. Yesterday was a long day.
The scene of the massacre is described as horrific. The gunman roamed the hallways and classrooms, firing at anyone in his sights. Virginia State Police Superintendent Colonel Stephen Flaherty.
Victims were found in at least 4 classrooms as well as a stairwell.
Some students barricaded themselves inside classrooms. Ruiki Zhang was one.
We went up and got a table and put it in front of the door, and there were students holding the table against the door, so he couldn't get in.
Others jumped from windows. Student Alec Calhoun.
Well, I think I was actually the last to jump. The 2 people behind me actually got shot, so I was really lucky that I got out to start with.
The suicidal gunman was a 23-year-old senior studying English at Virginia Tech. Jo-Shing Wee, born in South Korea, but a U.S. resident since boyhood. He lived with his family in a townhouse in suburban northern Virginia outside Washington, D.C. Those who knew Joe say he was a quiet, sullen loner. News reports say Joe left a long, rambling note in his dormitory room. Those who saw it say it had a disturbing message. The carnage began Monday at 7:15 in the morning at a residence hall seen at the bottom of the screen, where a female student and an advisor were killed. It's across campus from Norris Hall, seen at the top. University Police Chief Wendell Flinching.
Lab results confirm that one of the 2 weapons seized in Norris Hall was used in both shootings.
It's certainly reasonable for us to assume that Cho was the shooter in both places, but we don't have the evidence to take us there at this particular point in time.
At the White House and other places in Washington, flags are flying at half-staff. President Bush, First Lady Laura Bush, and the governor of Virginia attended a memorial convocation Tuesday. Mr. Bush telling faculty, students, and parents he came to the campus to express sympathy.
In this time of anguish, I hope you know that people all over this country are thinking about you and asking God to provide comfort.
University police answered criticism from students who wondered why the campus was not locked down immediately after the first shooting, since the classroom shootings began more than 2 hours later. Chief Flincham said a person of interest had been stopped in his vehicle off campus.
As officers were interviewing him, the shootings at Norris Hall were reported.
Virginia Public Safety Director John Marshall defended the university officials' actions.
President Steger and his staff, and Chief Flincham and law enforcement made the right decisions based on the best information that they had available.
The state public service director says the focus now must remain on the criminal investigation of the shootings and on the needs of the victims and their families. Jim Fry, VOA News.